Congratulations, Oakland. Your Athletics are officially World Series champions. And Billy Bean, thank you for entrusting me with the keys to the franchise. I took it seriously, and it took 4 years for us to bring a championship back home to Oakland using those advanced Moneyball tactics. What a story. What a run. What a year. But look how we got here. Year number 1, no one expected us to do much, and we didn't. Just building for the future. Year 2, we shocked everyone, winning our division, getting past the Blue Jays in the ALDS all the way to the ALCS before getting our asses handed to us by the Cleveland Indians. Year 3, we were expected to take that extra step, but it was a disappointing year. Our bullpen was horrible, missing out on the playoffs, but we learned from that, and in year number 4, we constructed a beauty of a team. We win our division. We beat the Tampa Bay Devil Rays in a 3-game sweep in the ALDS. We beat our rivals, the Cleveland Indians, in the ALCS in 6 games with some clutch at-bats by our young players, Jude Aguero, David Cato, Phil Germano, all the friggin' outfielders. And then in the World Series, it wasn't even fair. We took the Chicago Cubs to school. And in that last game, Game 5, what did we win? 13-3? DJ LeMahieu went 5 for 5. Yeah, 13-3. It was kind of anticlimactic. In my head, I envisioned, being down by 1 in the bottom of the 9th, runner on, you hit a 2-run bomb to walk off and win the World Series. But you know what? I'm not going to complain, boyos. We have a championship back here in Oakland, and I am very, very happy. Now, I didn't show you guys the playoff MVP and the World Series MVP in the last video, but do not worry, we have not skipped it. So I'll show you guys this right now. The award, let's see who's taking it. The playoff MVP goes to Miguel Sano. This guy really came alive, especially in the ALCS and the World Series. The ALDS, he was a little bit silent. It was a pitcher's duel. But yeah, Miguel Sano, and think back to when I made that trade. It really paid off in spades. And the World Series MVP, Marcus Semien. Ooh, interesting. Remember, his batting average was like 0 until like Game 6 of the ALCS. And then I guess he stayed hot in the World Series. What did he do? He hit 538 with 1 home run and 7 RBI. And look at that. The Cleveland Indians, right, they just won the World Series 2 times in a row. Almost made it back to the World Series 3 years in a row. Tyler Naquin was back-to-back World Series MVP. My goodness. And hang on a second. Let me get the postseason MVP. Miguel Sano hit 365 with 3 dingers and 14 RBI throughout the entire playoffs. Lindor and Plouffe won it in the past 2 years. So, Sano and Semien. Very nice. Before we talk about the offseason, let's just take a look at the stats of the playoffs. Our pitching, man. This was the difference between last year missing the playoffs and this year going all the way. Our batting was good last year, don't get me wrong, but our pitching was great. Our pitching was just lights out this year, and we got some great starts in the playoffs by our 2 aces, Sean Manaea and Sonny Gray. Both 24 innings pitched, basically. Let's see. Oh, my God. Sean Manaea's ERA is below 3. Sonny Gray's ERA crept up. I think he had 2 bad games, but that Game 6 gem in the ALCS against Cleveland, a team that knows how to hit, he had a complete game, took it to the 10th inning, for God's sakes, and he got us that W. If he messes up that game, that goes to a Game 7. We might lose that, and they go to the World Series for the 3rd time in a row, right? So Sonny Gray, $16 million per season. Just for that Game 6 performance, it was worth it, all right? Clay Buchholz, he was a great trade for us, came through when we needed some innings pitched. Taijuan Walker didn't have the greatest playoffs. He got hit. Jesse Hahn wasn't bad for us either. Our bullpen, though, yeah, relief pitchers. Look at these guys. Doolittle came back. Alex Wood started the World Series game. Andrew Chaffin, Hunter Strickland, let's see. Yeah, they all, look at this. Chaffin, ERA's there. Strickland, ERA's there. Alex Wood, ERA went up just because of that World Series game. No. He blew. He had a bad game, I think, against Cleveland, I think it was. I forget. I put him in there and he got hit. Forget the game, but still. Good trade for us there, and Sean Doolittle made it back. Yeah, man, those are some good numbers. Now, the closing pitchers were interesting because Tim Schultz, the guy who was our closer during the regular season, everyone's saying that he's washed up, he shouldn't be used, we should switch to Michael Alford. I did that. We relied on Tim Schultz to get us out of jams around the 5th or 6th inning when we made the switch from the starting pitcher to the bullpen, and he was lights out for us. Look at his ERA, look at his whip. I trusted him in big ways. And Michael Alford, the guy who dominated during the regular season, he messed up in a big way during the playoffs. His ERA is 7.50, his WHIP 1.33. So it's the youngins in the closer role. It's a rough role to be in. What can I say? Michael Coker, though, he didn't have the greatest start to the playoffs, but he finished strong. That's a good ERA right there. But you can see the massive difference in our bullpen from this year to last year. And then the positional players, take a look at some of these guys. Home run leaders, Miguel Sano 3, Jake Lamb, another trade deadline acquisition. He came in for some big-time pinch hit situations. Jake Marisnick, oh man, Jake Marisnick's 87 overall. His contract's up this year. We'll get to the offseason stuff in a second. Phil Germano, DJ LeMahieu, RBIs looks like this. Ryan Healy, he had that huge game. Batting average looks like that. Jude Aguero, only 10 at-bats in the entire playoffs. He had 6 hits, I guess. Huge time home run in the World Series. I mean, he just came through in so many clutch times. It's unbelievable how successful our bats were in the playoffs, especially later in the games, man. So that is that. That is year number 4. All good things must come to an end. Now, here's the interesting part, right? I was reading the comments, and a lot of people were already suggesting new teams. Now, if you guys don't follow our GM mode for NHL, I like to take it further than just one championship, all right? Winning the championship's great, but the next step, the dynasty, I want to repeat. I want to three-peat if we can. I want to turn this into a baseball dynasty, and you know, there's a lot of fun jobs to come up that I want to make decisions for. Basically, with Oakland, you know, you just win a World Series, the basic thought is, okay, we'll just bring the exact same team back and you'll be able to win. You'll be able to be successful again. I'm not going to be able to do that. A lot of the players want to get paid this year. And also, you know, if we're going to grow for the future, we have to give some more at-bats to our younger players. I mean, we just have too many outfielders. Look what Jude Aguero did this year. Theo Perkinips, I'd like to give him some time. Get him playing. Walter Chang, you know, I think Austin Hedges can go. So, yes, we won the championship, but I wanna win another one. I want to win a dynasty, which means we have some tough decisions ahead of us. So we're not ending this series anytime, boys. In fact, we're going to do an entire year during a live stream this Sunday at noon. We'll talk about that at the end of the video, but we're going to do a solid offseason right now, okay? So let us take this into the offseason for year number 4 and figure out what we want to do. I want to talk about all the decisions I got running around in my head right now. Your farm director, Brandon Barnhart, has decided to retire. All right, so we got some retired players. Your contract with your hitting coach has ended. All right, so I got to get a farm director and a hitting coach. Blah, blah, blah. And blah, blah, blah. All right, so view retired players. I'm not going through that list. I don't really care. There you go. All right, so the first thing we have to do is get the coaches signed. So I've been reading your comments. You guys said that some of the micromanaging for your offseason I could edit out. If I find myself rambling too much, I'll edit it out, okay? Let's see if we can fly through this, though. So we're going to need to get these coaches taken care of right away. So hitting coach. Let's try to find a good hitting coach here. Somebody who's a little bit cheap down the list. There we go. 45, Tom McCollum. This guy's not going to be retiring anytime soon. 1+ power, 1+ batting clutch, 1+ contact. The 2+ drag bunting, whatever, but I'll take it. All right, it's just for the chemistry. Let's go 5 years so we don't have to do this again. Let's go up to 1.5 mil per season. That should do it. Yeah, his interest is way up there. And what else? We have the farm director. Okay, so farm director. Let me just go down the list. Find somebody with an A that doesn't have any negatives on it. Am I too far down the list? Oh, no, hang on. Might be too far. Yeah, I think I'm too far down the list. It doesn't really matter if it has one negative. It's like an OCD thing. Just take care of your coaches. Carlos Volpe, there it is. All right, so 1 point. Yeah, that works. 1.5 again for the same one, or the same price for both coaches. That'll take care of these two guys. Everyone else is making 1.5. We still have Jim Hickey as our manager at making 4.5. Yeah, that'll take care of that. So hopefully those guys sign with us. Now, our budget is $2.29 per week, or that's our surplus right now. So we have some flexibility. We can make some movements. I might be able to sign these guys, but I'll just give you a quick glance. Those are all the players that we have to sign. Michael Alford, Jake Marisnick, Jude Aguero, Taijuan Walker, Phil Germano, Austin Hedges, Marcus Semien. All right, all of these guys, including the coaches. So I don't know if we're going to be able to afford all of them. Now, hang on a second. Alford, so let's just take a look at some of these guys. So Michael Alford, he's younger. So yeah, I could give him, we could just go on a short-term contracts with these guys to save our money to try to win a championship next year or the year after that. I might even go up to like 5 years, not the 6+ years. Yeah, you just want to take him to the first 6 years of service. So with the younger players, we're going to be okay. But like a guy like Jake Marisnick, take a look at those stats. When we picked up Jake, he was, what, 77 overall? I picked him up for his good fielding stats. He has not only gotten better in his fielding stats, he's gotten faster, I believe, 84 for speed, and his hitting stats has gone way up. Look, +9 for contact versus lefties. He's hitting 257 now. He's good for a base hit a game, on-base percentage 318, while being a Gold Glover. So I'd imagine, yeah, he wants 40, and he's given his 6 years of MLB service, so I have no negotiating rights or anything. So he wants $14.2 million. This is the problem, all right? Jude Aguero, I think we could give an easy contract to. Taijuan Walker, though, how much is he going to want? 14. Okay, so with Jake Marisnick and Taijuan Walker, you're up to like $30 million just between those two guys. We may have to let these guys walk. I could always tender a qualifying offer, and if they accept it, I could trade them just to see if we get a draft pick. But I think we may just have to let these guys walk, boys. All right? Now, everyone else, we'll get to that in a second. So I want to show you why it's going to be fun to make some decisions right here. Because, you know, we can't just bring back the exact same team. Like I was saying, it would be smart to just bring back the exact same team, but we can't. And we want to play these younger guys. I mean, Jude Aguero, look what he did this year. Look at his growth. So we want this guy playing full-time next year. He only had 227 at-bats, hit 322 with an on-base percentage of 425. He's got some pop, 14 home runs, might even be able to hit the number 2 position for us. Maybe even number 3. Putting Sano at number 5. I don't know how I'm going to hit him or use him just yet, but point is he should be playing full-time. Austin Perez, I mean, this guy's a year away from being able to play. He's got some good defensive stats. You know, it may be beneficial to bring him up, take a year to grow the younger players, and come back even stronger for year number 6. Kind of like what the Giants do. Every 2 years, they dominate in that run that they went on. Ricky Dutremble, here's another guy, 74 overall. He's got some power versus lefties. So the whole point is that we don't want to just keep these guys who could end up growing like Jude Aguero did in AAA, right? So we want to play these guys. So center fielder's Jake Marisnick. I don't know, man. We may have room here. We may not need him. Now, everybody after Jude Aguero or Jake Marisnick, we don't need. It's not that we don't need. We're not going to be playing in the MLB. Chappelle, Lovett, or Deaton. But Stephen Piscotty, you know, this guy's been so clutch for us. He's only 30 years of age, which means he's still got years left. He's on a great contract right now, $3 million. He's in his last year, so you can make the argument, trade him now for his value. Or I'd use this argument, you know, use him for one more year with the younger players. Because with Piscotty, you still have Germano and Cato, the outfielder, like I said. Germano can play center field for us if we need. David Cato, he could still be a DH for us because of that fielding stat, so he could play DH. Germano could play right field or center field. Piscotty could play right field, and Jude Aguero could play left field. So Cato would be the DH for us, right? And we'd hold on to those four outfielders, and then we'd have to let go of Jake Marisnick. So I think we can hold on to Stephen Piscotty, use Germano, Cato, and Aguero and Piscotty as the 4 outfielders. Shortstop, don't know what I want to do with shortstop. We might want to trade for a shortstop. Marcus Semien was good for us. He was the World Series MVP. I can always use him against lefties, but his defensive stats, that's why we went out and got Darwin Barney. And as soon as we increased our defense, we played much better. So it'd be nice to just find a shortstop that takes care of everything, but like I said, Marcus Semien, and he's going to want a contract this year. I didn't check how much he's going to want. Third baseman, you know what? I want to do this right now. Miguel Sano. So take a look at his stats. Once I change his position, the stats are going to change, but he is officially a first baseman for us. So I'm going to put him back over to first. His secondary position will be third. All right, just now Sano is at first for us. There's the stats. When you change a position, it removes all the stats that they've changed for this year. Why, I don't know. All right, so third base, Ryan Healy. Now, he's making $4 million per year for another 2 years. Might be somebody that we could trade to free up some, I'm going to say cap, to free up some money for the budget. But this guy is a Gold Glove winning third baseman for us, right? And some of our pitching performances this year are because of our good defense. So I'd like to hold on to Ryan Healy. Now, Jake Lamb we picked up just for this playoff run. I think he can go. He's horrible against lefties, and we don't need him as a designated hitter if we're going to use the 3 O's and what's his name? Piscotty, right? We don't need a designated hitter in Jake Lamb. Now, Philip Nakajima, this is what I mean. We got some young players who have also grown, just like Jude Aguero. Philip Nakajima, 81 overall, B potential going up. He's got some power versus lefties. He's a good switch hitter. I love his fielding stats. I mean, turn him into a shortstop, for God's sakes. His accuracy could get better, but this guy, one more year in AAA, if he grows like that for one more year, he could bring him up mid-season. He's already 81 overall, right? So Philip Nakajima, let me know what you guys think about turning him into a shortstop. His arm accuracy is a little bit low, but we're a little bit weak on prospects for shortstop. I could throw him over there. Dennis Holcomb. This guy, he's got good power versus righties. No, he's not going to be able to play. Patrick Mesa. Yes, this was the guy that we drafted in the draft, right? Yeah, Patrick Mesa. Third baseman. Yeah, see, the replacement for Ryan Healy. Yeah, all right. See, this is the question. Do we want to play these guys immediately next year and make our team worse on purpose so that they grow, or do we bring back these older guys and play these young guys in AAA still? That could stunt their growth, though. DJ LeMahieu, all right, he's going to stay there. Bob Mendoza, 79 overall. He could play, but he's got the C potential, so I don't know about growth there. Perky Nips, I got to play him in the MLB next year. He's out of minor league options, so he's going to be on the bench, but I think he'll be okay with that power versus righties. You'll see some power numbers for him, so we'll bring him up next year. We'll see how he plays. Catchers, Austin Hedges. All right, so I do not think we need Austin Hedges anymore. Take a look at Walter Chang's stats. When we played Walter Chang first season, he was unbelievable. Then we had the year 3 where everyone had an off year. And that's why I decided to put him back on the bench, and look what he did on the bench. He had 284, right? His at-bats were a lot less, so I think with those numbers, we can trust him now. I like his blocking. Fielding is, I guess, high enough. His arm strength and arm accuracy could be better, but I think we can trust him, which means that we can let Austin Hedges go and find another backup catcher. And then closing pitchers, got to turn some of these guys into relief pitchers. And then Alex Wood, Doolittle, and Hunter Strickland. $5 million for Wood, $5.5 million for Doolittle, $2 million for Strickland, and we have all these younger guys coming up. And the way I see the starting rotation in the bullpen, Chaminade 1, Sonny Gray 2. We're going to let Taijuan Walker walk. Jesse Hahn 3. Take a look at his numbers. We can rely upon Jesse Hahn. He had a good season for us. 13-11, ERAs there, whips there. So if he can have another season like that, we can sign him for a lot cheaper than freaking Taijuan Walker. Jose Fernandez, we tried him in the majors at the beginning of the season. He had much better success in AAA, but he's grown that hits over 9 innings up to a 63. It used to be at a 58. So I think we can trust him as the number 4 guy in our starting rotation, and then bring up Adrian Pereira. Remember this guy we drafted in year number 1? Give him the chance, and then Jacob Boyce, or give Jacob Boyce the chance, and then the other guy could be the long relief pitcher, and that would only mean that we need another 6 guys or 5 guys. We got Alfred, Schultz, Coker, Palmer, who played in AAA. He can come up this year as well, so there's 4. And then I think we can let go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on to Doolittle and Wood, both lefties. I don't know what we could do. I think we could let go of Alex Wood and Doolittle. Hold on to Strickland. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud here. Yeah, I might want to let go of Alex Wood and Doolittle if we need to save up some money here. Okay, so I've gone through it the best I can. Like I said, I don't want to bore you guys with too much micromanaging. If you guys notice anything, let me know down in the comment section. We're not going to go too far with this. We're going to be stopping it in free agency just so we can see what we have. But let us go through this now. All right. Oh, wait. First thing, do we have any... We only have 82 players under contract. Yeah, okay, so let me cut some guys first. I know I don't need all these right fielders. So Stephen Piscotty, yeah, he's going to stay. Phil Germano. Germano could play center field. I'm not going to put them to center field just yet. No, I'll leave them there. No. Rodney Chamberlain. All right, so let me go down the list here. Roosevelt Darling. Do I need this guy? No, don't need him. Going to release him. All right. David Arias. He's not bad. He's got some good hitting. Will Nixon. Here we go. Hector Costa. He's got that deep potential. Don't need him. He's actually got some good stats, though. They could always play. You know what? No, cut them. Cut them. Don't need the deep potentials. Cut them. There we go. So Piscotty, Germano, Cato, Johnny Hinson we're going to keep up there. Will Nixon and David Arias. They're going to be our right fielders. Center fielders, Jake Marisnik. I'm not going to cut from here. I want to see how much he's actually going to cost. These guys can stay. And left fielders, those guys can stay. Shortstop, Darwin Barney. I don't think we're going to be able to sign Darwin Barney this year. I'm going to cut Darwin Barney straight up, just like that. Lloyd Davino. D potential, which means his overall is dropping. No, we don't need him. I didn't like his defensive stats. Marcus O'Connell, yeah, he can stay. Eddie Rosario, he can stay. Jimmy Comstock, yeah, all these guys can stay. Rodrigo Gomez, no, we don't need you. Release them. There you go. Third baseman. All right, Jake Lamb. I know I'm not signing Jake Lamb. I'm going to be releasing him. We do not need Jake Lamb on this team, all right? Philip Nakajima, Dennis Holcomb, Carlos Reyes. Do not need Carlos Reyes. Release him. There you go. Second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, Bob Mendoza, Boone Tapia. Do not need Boone Tapia with those stats. Release him. There you go. First baseman, Miguel Sano, Theo Perkynips, Felix Matteo, Sammy Caruso, and Eldon Jacob. Do I need Eldon Jacob? His numbers are going up. He can play down there in Double-A. I'll keep him. Catchers, Austin Hedges. I want to keep Austin Hedges just for now. I want to see how much everyone's going to cost. Keep all of these guys. Yeah, I need 6 catchers, so I'll keep these guys down here. Closing pitchers, relief pitchers. We got enough right now. Andrew Chaffin, I'll hold on to. And starting pitchers, Clay Buchholz. I know I'm not going to need Clay Buchholz. I thank you very much for your contribution, Clay. You got a World Series ring because of it, so thank you. And Emery Bloom, that's taking care of all of those guys. Yep. Okay, so we have 72 players under under our rights right now. I don't know how I don't know what it's called. We don't have these guys under contract just yet, but we still have their rights to offer them a contract. So let me go through every single player here. We'll start off with the right fielders. Hang on a second. So Phil Germano, let's see. This guy was a stud for us in the playoffs. I'd love to lock him up long term. So let's just see what the best numbers would be. So if I go over 4 years, say I put it on 4 years every day, he's going to want $6 million per season. No, I don't want to set it up for a 4-year run. Let's try to squeeze as much money in as we can over the next, 3 years, 2-3 years. So let's go down to 3 years. If I put him on every day, we could give him a contract, 4.5. There we go. All right, so 4.5 per year for 3 years for Phil Germano. There you go. David Cato. So how many? 3 years. All right, so Cato. How many can I go with Cato? Cato, I can go up to 5. Let me see how much we can do here. Cato is going to be a designated hitter, so every day for him. 3.5 for the other guy. We'll go 3. There you go. 3 for 5 years for David Cato. There you go. Hopefully they decide to sign those. Johnny Hinson. Ooh, Johnny Hinson wants a real contract. If I give him 3, can I go all the way down? No, I can't. All right, so I'll have to wait on Johnny Hinson. Will Nixon. 1 year $80K. David Arias, 1 year $70K. Beautiful. Center fielders. All right, Jake Marisnik, 14.2. We'll see if we can get him back. Marcus Chappelle, I highly doubt it. Corey Lovett, get you back. Alfred Deaton, get you back. And left fielders. All right, so Jude Aguero. Let's get this guy signed long term. So if I go up to 6, I think that's going to be, hang on, let me just get this down so I can get the number up there faster. I think 6 years, I'd be willing to go up to $4 million per season because the other guys were at 3 and 3.5, the O's in the outfield. So 6 years is not going to work. 5 years, I could get it even cheaper than 4. Hang on. 5 years at 3 mil, 3.5. There you go. Jude Aguero deserves it. There you go. 5 years at 3.5 for Jude Aguero. So we got Jude for 5 years, hopefully at 3.5. Phil Germano, 3 years at 3.5 or something like that. And David Cato, 5 years at $3 million. So that's what I mean about saving money with these guys. Jake Marisnik would cost more than all 3 of them combined. No thank you. Austin Perez, 1 year $80K. Ricky Dutremo, 1 year $80K. Marcus Semien. How much did Semien want? 6.8 for Semien. That's rough. That's rough. All right, so hang on. I'll wait for Semien. Marcus O'Connell, 1 year $70K. Eddie Rosario, boom. That's what I mean about that one guy that I could turn into a shortstop, right? Philip Nakajima. He could maybe even play shortstop this year if he continues to grow. Just get that arm accuracy up there. So I'll wait to see what you guys have to say. 1 year $90K. Dennis Holcomb, 1 year $80K. Bob Mendoza, yeah, he's going to want a real contract, though. Can I give him 3 years and drop it way below 690? No, I can't, so I got to wait on Bob Mendoza. Perkynips, all right, so Perkynips wants a real contract now. So let's see, sign him long term, 6 years. Let's see what we can give him. I want to see how much he actually wants over 6 years. If I got him on depth, he wants up to $2 million. Okay, well, we're not doing that. Got to save money here, Perkynips. I'm sorry, you haven't proven yourself just yet. So I'll give him 3 years at $500K per season. There you go. Felix Matteo, 1 year, $60K. Caruso, 1 year, $70K. Eldon Jacob, 1 year, $60K. Beautiful. Catchers. Now, Austin Hedges. 3.9 per season, but if I go down to 3, it's 2.6. So I'd like to bring back Austin Hedges. He'd be perfect to have on the bench while Walter Chang starts every day. That defense can be relied upon, and actually his power numbers have gone up a little bit. So I'd love to bring him back, but if we can't, that's fine. Now let's see, Walter Chang. Ooh, man, look, Walter Chang. Yeah, he's already got 3 years of MLB service. If I go up to 4 years with Walter Chang, he wants like $6 million per season. If I drop it down to 3 years, he's gonna want, he's more expensive than my outfielders. I'll give him $5 million per season, 3 years. All right, there you go. Hang on 1 second here, boys. All right, hopefully that's better. My freaking nose getting clogged up at the wrong time. So Walter Chang, we just sent an offer for 3 years, $15 million, $5 million per season. So with Walter Chang locked up for 3 years, then the O's outfield locked up for 3 years or more. This is what I mean about the taking the next step. The younger players on this team. Closing pitchers, all right, Michael Alford. He is, 88 overall. So he didn't have the strongest playoffs, but the regular season, he was lights out, and 88 overall. I'm going to hope that this guy can continue to produce for us. So let's go. Let's see if we can save some money here. If I go 5 years, I don't want to put him in the closer role. I'll just put him in the bullpen. Go 5 years, 2.5. All right. Or if I go down to 2 years, I could save how much? 1 point. Oof. That's a lot. The only thing after that is I'd have to pay him, but I could save some money and really try to win that second title in the next 2 years. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. 2 years, 1.2, $600K per season for Michael Alford. This is why we want to grow the young players so we can take advantage of those cheap contracts. And Sheldon Palmer, he was down there in AAA. Let's go, yeah, you know what, the same thing. 2 years and get his salary way low down there. Bullpen, $600K, 2 years, $1.2 million. There you go. So we'll get those two guys back on the team for cheap. Now, Andrew Chafin, he's got some good home runs over 9 innings and good hits over 9 innings stats. He had a good season for us as well. You know what, he simulates well. Look at that. Every season, at 52 innings pitched. His numbers looks like that. 68 innings pitched. That's a good regular season pitcher right there. How much would he want? 4.3 pull. Yeah, I can't be giving out that much money. So let's just get these guys who want the cheaper deals first. Drew Rocker. Some of these guys could even grow to become good relief pitchers for us. So I'm going to give them the chance. Lewis Burks. Hang on. Let me take a look at his numbers. All right, how much of a contract do you want? If I go down to 3, can I go all the way down? No, I can't. So I'm going to wait on Lewis Burks. Leonardo Rosario, 1 year. Johnny Bridges, 1 year. Barry Lowry, 1 year. See, that guy with B potential. One good growth year. He already had 4s across the board. Another one of those kind of years with like maybe some 6s and 7s, and he'll be ready to pitch in a year. It seems like... it seems like we could grow a lot of these players, but we're going to need to take like a year off, like a retooling year. If we want to play all these young guys, our team on paper is no doubtedly going to be worse, but it's going to pay off in the future. I mean, look at the young guys that we did play. Jude Aguero is the top example of that. How good is he? He's 86 overall with only 1 MLB year of service. We got to find more players like that. That's my point. So hang on a second. Relief pitchers and starting pitchers. All right, so Jose Fernandez. How much does this guy want? If I go up to, say, 6 years, get this guy signed long-term, 1.2, 2.5. All right, might be able to get Jose Fernandez for 6 years at 2.5 per year already. If I drop it down to 3 years and only use him for 3 years, I could get that. Oh, man. The only thing is, Jose Fernandez, I think, is going to grow a lot. So we could put that contract way up there right now. So hang on. If I go up to 6 again, how much is the difference? So 1.2 per season. And then, what is it, 2.5 or 3? Oh, I think I got to do this. Yeah, I gotta do this. I gotta try save some money with Jose Fernandez. 6 years, $16 million. All right, 2.7 per season for Jose Fernandez. We're not going to be offering a contract to Taijuan Walker, so we got some money. Let's sign these younger guys long term right now. Jesse Hahn, we want back on the team. Ooh, oh good, look at that. Jesse Hahn's got 1 more year of arbitration, so I'm not going to give him multiple years, just 1 year, 2.9. That works out for me. Hang on a second. Let's go down to 2.5. There you go. Clay Buchholz, Jacob Boyce. We want Jacob Boyce back on the team. 3 years. Can I drop it? Yes, I can. Beautiful. I don't understand why some players you can drop the salary so low. 3 years at depth. This guy's either going to be our 5th pitcher or our long relief pitcher. His numbers are looking good enough, and he can still grow. So there you go. Adrian Pereira. Wherever Boyce goes, Pereira goes in the other spot. One of them's going to be the number 5 pitcher. The other guy is going to be the long relief pitcher. So let's go depth again. Can I give this guy? All right, so I want Pereira on the team. So 3 years depth, $600K. All these guys, I don't even know. I'm just going to get them signed if they have the right kind of contract, which they do. Good. 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 All right, so that is everyone taken care of that we know we want back on. All right, all free agents. Hang on a second. Signed offers. Yeah. All right, so there are all the free agents. We have not offered Jake Marisnick a contract, Taijuan Walker, Austin Hedges, Marcus Semien, Jake Lamb. We released outrights. All the other players, though, we're trying to get signed long term. Philip Nakajima, Sheldon Palmer, David Cato, Jesse Hahn, Jose Fernandez. So with the 2 coaches that we need to bring on and these players with the 2.29 budget, let's see what damage is done once we simulate a day and these guys get signed. All right. So first baseman Felix Mateo, Marcus Chappelle, Ricky Dutremble, Jesse Hahn is back for 1 year, 2.5. That's good. Alfred Deaton, David Arias. Tyler Atkinson, Adrian Pereira. Okay, so he's back for 3 years. Good. Dennis Holcomb. All right, so not a lot of guys signed right there, actually. David Cato. Judah Guerrero. Did it say Judah Guerrero signed? I guess some guys signed and it didn't even tell me. Yeah, the Theo Perkinson's still right there. Hang on a second. Did it say Judah Guerrero signed? I didn't see his name. Yeah, okay, so Judah Guerrero signed 5 years, 3.5. Good. So how much money do we have left? 1.64. You see how quickly it goes. And we still have to sign our hitting coach and our farm coach. All right, so my offers are still the best for those 2 guys, so I'll leave that there. Managed contracts. All right, so Jake Marisnick, Taijuan Walker, Austin Hedges, Marcus Semien, it seems like we need back, but 6.8. I mean, Jesus, that's a lot. David Cato, I got to get him back. Bob Mendoza, you could always turn into a shortstop as well with that strong arm. How much does he want? 3 years. You know what, Bob Mendoza? You're a second baseman. I'm going to bring you back. Yeah, 3 years. I'll give him that cheap deal. Depth. Here we go. You can make $600K per season, Bob Mendoza. Even if I trade him, 79 overall. He's got some good stats. Andrew Chaffin. Lewis Burks. Let's see Lewis Burks' stats. Yeah, I can give him the same kind of deal. I wouldn't mind. I need to build up my bullpen for cheap. So there you go. $500K per season for Lewis Burks. Johnny Hinson, right fielder. Yes, I want Johnny Hinson back on this team. So 3 years, $500K. Depth. There you go. Marcus O'Connell, Boone Tapia, all these other guys. Theo Perkinips is still deciding if he wants to sign for that. Rico Nunez. Yes, I wanted Rico Nunez back. Did he? I guess he just didn't accept the first offer. Let me just jack up the price a little bit. Luis Hernandez, same thing. All right, all these guys down here with the D potentials I don't want to sign. All right, so let us go another day, see if anyone signs. David Cato has accepted the Athletics offer of $15 million over 5 years. That's a great signing for us. Cato's only going to cost us $3 million per season. Rico Nunez, Marcus O'Connell, Bob Mendoza, Lewis Burks, Johnny Hinson, Chris Carrera, Luis Hernandez. Our hitting coach decided to sign with us. Good, so Tom McCollum, welcome to Oakland. Let's go back and see if the farm coach... Okay, and the farm coach is on our squad as well. So we got our coaching staff completely taken care of. $1.34 million of weekly budget still available. And Jake Marisnick, Taijuan Walker, Austin Hedges, Marcus Semien, Andrew Sheffin are the only players there. Okay, so Perkinips. Hang on. I got to get Perkinips signed. 3 years, just get him signed, whatever, $600K, depth, there you go. Just sign Perkinips. I don't need you pulling off any nonsense with me. Hang on 1 second again, boys. I gotta blow my nose. Alright, so hopefully I don't have to stop and blow my nose again. Freaking hell, it's just one of those mornings. So we've got everyone signed on the team that we want. We just have Jake Marisnick, Taijuan Walker, Austin Hedges, Marcus Semien, and Andrew Chaffin left on the list. And all of these guys want a pretty penny. Chaffin wants how much? He wants like 4.3. Semien wants 6.8. Austin Hedges want 3.9. And then Taijuan Walker and Jake Marisnick want 14 or 15 million. So, with 1.34 million, I would like to go into free agency with a little bit of cash here, but we've got to take care of the positions that we desperately need, or not desperately need, but that we can fill right now. Now, Jake Marisnick, I've already taken care of the outfield with the 3 O's and Steven Piscotty, so 14.2 million, I don't think it's going to work. If I wanted to tender qualifying offer, I could, but he could easily sign that because he wants less than 18 million. He wants 14.2. So I'm not going to tender a qualifying offer for him, nor am I going to tender a qualifying offer for Taijuan Walker. These guys are simply going to have to walk off the team. It sucks, but that's what happens with a World Series team, boys. We built the team, but these guys want to get paid. However, Austin Hedges, I still do need a backup catcher. Those defensive stats are way too good. Let's bring him back. So I think I can get him cheap, like 3 years every day. No, you're going to be a platoon player. There you go, sitting on the bench, and I'm going to pay you 2.5. There you go, 2.5 a year for 3 years for Austin Hedges. And Marcus Semien, the World Series MVP. He hits great against lefties. His batting stats against righties has actually gotten better. I wish his defensive stats were better, but considering we have no other shortstop, I got to bring him back. I just have to. So I'll go, he's 30. Let's go. Austin Hedges, 3 years. Yeah, I'll go 3 years here. 3 years every day, and we'll try to save some money here. Let's go down to 6 million per season. All right, 6 million per season for the World Series MVP. And then Andrew Chaffin, I'm going to let walk off the team. I'd love to bring him back, but I can fill up the bullpen with guys cheaper than 4.3 million. I can't do that. All right, so and I want to save some money for free agency. So we'll get those guys signed. We'll see how much money we have left over after that. Marcus Semien has accepted the Athletics offer of 18 million over 3 years. Perky Nips is back for 3 years. Good. And what about Austin Hedges? So these guys, I don't want any of these guys to sign. Austin Hedges, 1 point. Yeah, I don't even think we could sign one of those guys if we wanted. One more. Austin Hedges is accepted. Good. All right. No, I'm not going to tender any qualifying offers for them. So Jake Marisnick, Taijuan Walker. So my cash flow right now is just under $1,988,000. If I want to sign Jake Marisnick, yeah, I could. I could sign one of them. I could get Jake Marisnick or Taijuan. Now Taijuan, I might want to think about bringing back Taijuan Walker. If I could sign one of them, I could get this guy back for 14.9, trade him next year. But I do need some money to fill up the rest of our squad when we go into free agency. Because if we just take a look at the lineup right now, right? Walter Chang, let me get these guys in here. No, Walter Chang, you're going to go right there. Doesn't, well, oh, no, that's what it is. There you go. Walter Chang, Austin Hedges, David Cato's the DH, and then Marcus Semien is the shortstop, right? So I don't know how we want to arrange the team, but DJ at second, Germano right field, Piscotty left field, Sano at first, Semien at shortstop, Healy at third, Walter Chang at catcher, Cato's the designated hitter, and then Jude Aguero at center field. So that's basically the team. Now, we don't really need to replace anyone there, and is there anyone else that we want to bring up? It's just going to be Austin Hedges, and we're going to need to find some guys. So this is what I mean about just going out and trying to get Taijuan Walker. I'd rather save some money so that we could get like some guys to play on the bench, or to play off the bench, or whatever it's freaking called. Like Darwin Barney, might have to bring him back for defensive substitution for the infield. So, that being said, let me go to AAA. Jose Fernandez has got to come up still. Philip Nakajima might be able to come up and just be on the bench. He could hit against lefties. Bob Mendoza, same thing. He could hit off the bench. He's good contact versus righties and lefties. So we got plenty of guys that we could bring up. No, I think it's time Taijuan Walker goes, boys. I can't sign him. So, Jake Marisnick, Taijuan Walker, Andrew Chaffin, thank you very much. You guys are champions, but I cannot afford you anymore. So, let's simulate one more day, boys, and they are officially gonzo. So, here is, Mike Trout is available. Yeah, it'd be nice to bring in Mike Trout. How much is he going to want? 30 mil per season? I cannot afford it. It would be negative $159,000. So Chris Archer, all these guys who are going to want like 30 mil, no thank you. Chris Archer is going for 22. Jesus Springer, here we go. Improve the outfields, even though we don't need it. So, with everyone that you guys see here, what could we acquire to make this team even better? I'll show you guys the starting pitching. Even though I don't think we need anyone here, we could get somebody. I know how much Marcus Stroman. I know he simulates well. 13.8. Never mind. These guys were like 84, 82 overall, man. They want a lot of money. James Paxton, Aaron Sanchez. So we could always get a starting pitcher just to get one. Relief pitchers look like that. Closing pitchers, Roberto Osuna wants $7 million per season. I don't think we need to give that much money to him. Catchers, all right, we got Austin Hedges back, so we don't need any catchers. First baseman, Eric Hosmer. So I guess he left the Los Angeles Angels and is now back in free agency. He wants $18.4 million per season. No thank you. All these guys, because remember, our designated hitter is going to be David Cato. Second baseman, Logan Forsythe, Josh Harrison. No, we got DJ LeMahieu there, so we don't need him. Third baseman, Mike Moustakas. Let's see. We do have Ryan Healy. Moustakas looks like it could be an upgrade, but how much? $19.5 million per season. No, thank you. We could always bring back Jake Lamb just to sit on the bench and to be like a pinch hitter, but he's going to want $5.4 million per season. We could always bring back Jake Lamb if we wanted to. But again, we got to give the DH role to David Cato to play the three outfielders, right? Todd Frazier. Oh, how good is Todd Frazier? Got some good power numbers, okay? So if we wanted to get somebody to hit on the bench or from the bench, one of those guys. Shortstop, all right. So I could still trade away, what's his name? Not Simmons. Semien, and then sign this guy, Adrelton Simmons, or just sign him anyways. Use him for righties and use Semien against lefties. The whole point, though, is look at his defensive stats. Is he the best shortstop in the game defensively? How much is he going to want? $13.8 million. So I have enough to bring in this guy, and we would trade away Marcus Semien. We could always do that. I'll wait to see what you guys have to say, but that is an option. Left fielders, I don't want any outfielders. Mike Trout, I don't think it's going to work, boys. There's no way in hell we're going to be able to get Mike Trout. Jock Peterson, let's see, how much is he going to want? 13, yeah, I mean, it's basically in Jake Marisnick territory, all these guys. Kevin Pillar, my God, everyone left the Blue Jays this year. Stroman, Sanchez, Pillar, Osuna. Right fielders, Carlos Gonzalez, George Solar. All right, we don't need outfielders, right? So if I'm looking at the free agents list, there's one star that we could get. It wouldn't be Eric Hosmer. We don't need any starting pitchers. But Adrelton Simmons, the shortstop, it would be a big improvement over, what's his name? Marcus Semien. Even though Semien hits better against lefties, there's more right-handed starting pitchers, and this guy's defensive stats are just off the charts, right? You could get him, spend a little bit of money, and then the extra money that you have, just fill out the bench. We have starting pitching, we have the bullpen, we have everyone else. I'll just show you guys our team one more time. I don't want to see you guys go nuts in the comments, and let me know what you think we need to acquire. So we got Sean Manaea, Sonny Gray, Jesse Hahn, 1, 2, 3. Jose Fernandez, number 4. And remember, he could grow and become an 85, 86, 87 overall pitcher by the end of next season. So you got your 4 right there. He's going to replace Taijuan Walker. And then either Boyce or Pereira are going to be number 5. And the other guy is going to be the long relief pitcher, all right? The bullpen, we're going to have Michael Alford, Tim Schultz, Michael Coker, and Sheldon Palmer, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I could always trade away Alex Wood and Doolittle. Right now, we still have Wood, Doolittle, and Strickland. That means we have 1, 2, 3. We got 7 guys in the bullpen. We only need 6 because we're using one of our starting pitchers as our long relief. So you know what? If we're going to use long relief, I think Alex Wood and his $5 million could go. We could even give up Sean Doolittle's $5 million. Hold on to Hunter Strickland. Sign what's his name? Andrew Chaffin back for like 4.3. Go with Doolittle and Strickland and Chaffin, and then these 4 guys, and then we could save a little bit of money and actually go out there and acquire one of those big time players. We could still get what's his name, Taijuan Walker back if we want, right? So anything and everything, you guys. If you think you have a suggestion, I know there's going to be a lot of Mike Trout suggestions. I don't think it's going to happen. There's no way in hell we can afford that much, right? But other players, I got my eyes on Andrelton Simmons. I think that's the one to make the team even better. That would make all of our pitchers better. That would make our defense better. And he hits very well against righties. What's his numbers? He hits 294 with an on-base of 339. So that's going to be better than Marcus Semien. Much better. All right, so let me know what you guys think. What we're going to do for year number 5 is we're going to do it completely in a live stream this Sunday around noon. I'm going to say around noon just because if I'm a minute or two late, I don't want people biting my head off, right? So this Sunday at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern, we are going to pick up, and it's going to be the next episode of this franchise, and we're going to play all of year number 5. The simulating, the scouting, the drafting. Hopefully we make the playoffs, the quick managing, and going into it, all right? So I'm going to set up Sunday for a nice, epic, long live stream, and we're going to pick it up from here. So make sure you guys comment away and let me know what we should do to make this team that much better. My idea of taking a rebuild, taking a year off, maybe being a little bit worse for next year, but growing the younger players so that we can come back like the Giants every 2 years and dominate. Or we could just try to hold on to some of these players and go for the title again next year. Let me know, boys, and I will see you this Sunday when we live stream at noon. Be sure to check out our website, 2bcsports.com, where the hockey talk continues. Find myself and others in the live interactive chat, or dive into the active forums to talk about sports and gaming. You can also find us on Twitch, where the live streams come to life.